Hello YouTubers. You have to forgive me, I've got problems breathing. There has been a series of chemtrails about a week ago, and shortly after the chemtrails went across our sky, this virus seemed to appear. I'm not sure if they're connected, the chemtrails and this virus, but it just seems strange, and it's created a bit of a pandemic in the community where I live. Now, the strange thing about this virus is that hits the sinuses, and even my doctor said that. She says what's strange is it misses the throat altogether and goes straight into the chest. When it hits the chest, I'm on 2 strong courses of antibiotics, by the way, but anyway, when it hits the chest, it feels like your chest is like you're having a heart attack. You can't breathe, you just can't get any air, and if you try to move, your breathing gets even more difficult. And being that I'm ill already with a weakened immune system, it's really hammered me a lot. But like I said, I'm not the only one that finds it strange that within a few short, well, it wasn't even 48 hours after the chemtrails that this occurred. Now, I'm not saying 100% certain that the chemtrails and this virus is connected, but it's strange that this particular virus is hitting so many people at the same time, and someone like me has got a weakened immune system anyhow. It really hammers hard. Now, back in the 60s, I do know that there was an experiment carried out on the populace, to which my husband witnessed, and I think that, because I said to my husband, I said, well, would they do it again? Is it possible that this virus that's going about, is it possibly another experiment of theirs? They're not telling anybody. But I'm not going to definitely say that's what's caused this virus. I'm just thinking how bizarre and strange that shortly after these chemtrails are in the sky, that this virus shows up. Now, having studied biology and microbiology in particular, which is my favorite, and knowing about viruses and how they, the way this virus is hitting the system. See, I get chest infections anyway. But this is unlike any chest infection I've ever had, and to me, the way it skips the throat, because most of the time when you have your sinuses, your sinuses drain into your throat, and then it goes into your chest. That's how most chest infections develop. And so I'm wondering if this is some kind of mutated form of some other virus that's gotten into the, because it's airborne. It's an airborne virus, because as soon as you come into contact with someone who's got it, they don't even have to breathe on you. If you're in the same atmosphere as them, the same air they are in, you got it. It's that virulent, and it hits within 24 to 48 hours of contact with someone who's been infected with it. Like I said, my chest is still hurting, so you have to excuse me. I still have wheezing and that. But I was wondering, and especially those who have experience of chemtrails in their area around the world, if they have ever noticed anything coming as a result of the chemtrails across the sky. Funny enough, though, they haven't sprayed the chemtrails since then. And, it's just, I don't know, I just can't help thinking that, that they see some of us expendable. And, I know one thing, if someone who is a pensioner, anyone with heart trouble or lung trouble like emphysema contracts this bug, that is they have to be taken in immediately, treated immediately, because it will actually, I believe it would kill somebody with heart problems or lung problems almost immediately, because it really does make it difficult. You can't even breathe. I mean, when you breathe in, as soon as you breathe in a little bit, your chest feels like it's just compressing, and it's painful, and I just don't know how to explain it. But if anybody has had the experience, because I know there was some talk about Morgellons in America, and how they came about shortly after chemtrails were sprayed across the sky, and it seemed to tie in with that. Now I haven't been able to find out any more research to see if that's actually been proven, but I'm just wondering if these chemtrails, I mean, what are they, why do they need to spray these chemicals in our atmosphere anyway? What's the purpose of them? Why are they doing it? We have a right to know. And, it just seems so bizarre that and they are chemtrails, not contrails. I know, I've been around airplanes all my life. I have an uncle, that's his business, airplanes, and not only that, my dad was in the military. He was a radar technician, and my first husband was a bomber technician. So I know about airplanes and contrails, so I know the difference between contrails and chemtrails. And like I said, having studied microbiology and that, it seems to me that whatever strain of virus this is, it's a mutated strain, because it misses the throat entirely, which is strange in itself, because normally when the sinuses, like I said, are affected, the sinuses drain down into the throat. But this one doesn't. It just skips the throat altogether, which even my GP commented on how strange she found that. And she has numerous patients that she's had to see with the same virus, and lost count, just people I know who's picked it up, is 20, and that's not including the rest of the population. The healthier people, people who are more fit, they tend to do better, but it does hammer them and makes them weak as well. So if it's some kind of biological experiment, I think we have a right to know, because they've done it before. Like I said, in the 60s, used the populace to test chemicals, and I think they have a right to tell us if that is what they're doing, because I'm just concerned that this strain is going to end up causing numerous deaths in people with heart problems and lung problems, and people with immune systems are even weaker than mine. So, if you've got any ideas, or if you've had any experiences being ill after a chemtrail in your area, I would like to really hear it. Take care of you lot. I'll try to get back online, but as you can tell, I'm struggling to talk now. And I'll leave you with this. Love, light, and peace to all of you.